Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going today? For our workout, we are going to need two different kettlebells, one lighter and then one heavier. The way this will go, we'll use our light kettlebell. We'll do a body weight exercise. We'll go to our heavy kettlebell. We'll do that 3 times through. So you're going to switch from light, body weight to heavy. And then we'll finish the round with a jump rope. So starting with your lighter kettlebell, we're going to do a yaw press. So a yaw press is rotation where we finish with that lockout. So get a bell that's manageable for this. We start by rotating outward, and then we're going to use our free hand to help create that rotation. We come back to our normal pressing stance where we're going to press up. So the line's kind of like an L where you're going to load up, turn outward, come back to the neutral, press it out overhead. So we'd be an inhale, exhale. So make sure the legs stay tight, as always with presses. And we keep the low back out of that. From there, we'll go to the ground, put our forearms on the ground and call this a low plank, where we'll do alternating knee outs. So it's important to make sure your low back does not sag or cave on these. The leg that stays on the ground, keep that quad nice and tight. So good breathing. You want to inhale when you're switching your legs, exhale as that knee comes forward. Third exercise, you're going to go to your heavy kettlebell. We're going to do a clean. Stay on the same side. So we're going to spend a little bit of time. It's heavy, so you may want to do this no momentum style. If your heavy bell is light enough, we can do this in a swing style. But anyway, we do it, we clean it, we rack it, we get a good lockout here. If we're no momentum, we take it to the ground, re-clean, get you a good lockout, or we take it into our backswing, get a good lockout, but make sure your clean line stays close to your body. All right, we're gonna go to our lighter kettlebell after that, where we're gonna do part of the get up, the weight transfer part. So we're gonna be using a lot of hips and obliques here. We're gonna get our knee pivot, we're gonna sit back and down. So right knee is down, left hand will have the bell. Make sure your bell stays pressed. We do our knee pivot, we set our hip back. Same side palm is gonna be in line with the knee here. We'll load up that lat, make sure we get a nice deep stretch here. And then use as little of this down hand as you can. Use those obliques, come upright. We could just keep the knee pivot here because the action is just in the hip here, or you could square it up to get more like your get up would be. But hip sits back, and make sure we get a good side angle with our torso here. Find a nice stretch here, and then use those obliques to come back up. So we got a weight transfer on each side. Body weight exercise will be your hollow hold. So when you're doing this as a breathing exercise, you're putting tension into those abdominals and inflating and pushing out through the torso. So it's important that that low back stays seated. Head and shoulders can be elevated, but here if I push my tailbone into the ground there, I can keep my head down and still keep that arch out of my lower back. So we're gonna make sure we put tension into the body here. This is basic, okay? You want to keep your legs down if this is really challenging for you. As this gets easier and you want more of a challenge, extend your legs out, but we never want that arch in our lower back. We always want to make sure we're pushing low back into the ground. And to advance it a little more, we can extend arms all the way overhead. So anyway we're doing this, keep your low back out of it and make sure we're inflating, breathing diaphragmatically in through the nose, out through the lips. Number 6 will be a suitcase squat. So you're gonna get to your heavy kettlebell. This one's difficult because the bell's on the outside. Everything's gonna be pulling you to the weighted side. So we wanna stay nice and tall and brace on the weighted side. It's helpful to have this bell back by your heels as you're doing this. So sit back, it's a squat, so we wanna stay nice and tall with this. Brace, exhale. So just make sure you try to stay as level as you can on those. So suitcase squat on each side. Then we're gonna hit the ground with our lighter kettlebell. We're gonna keep our knees bent here. So do your best. Your butt may slide around a little bit with this, but we're gonna be basically doing a sit up with a bell in a crush grip position. So you wanna keep this bell relatively low, right around knee level. So you're gonna lay back, it's fine to round on these, but we're gonna squeeze inward. So this bell kind of leads us up with crush grip pressure. It's where we sit up nice and tall and good posture on each one. So you can inhale, take your time back, squeeze it, exhale, and try to keep that bell as low as you can. And we're gonna do a little bit of a yoga hold here, the crow hold. I really like this one. We open up our hands and we're gonna, if we're practicing this, we're gonna teeter back and forth from our toes to our head here. So we're gonna open up the palms. You're gonna place your knees right up on your triceps, high on your elbows. And the goal is to just balance here. So if you get your head and your feet somewhat close to where we can find that balance position. If I lose balance, I can go from head to toe. But it's really a lot of balance in the wrists. Open up those hands, use the pads of your fingers, and just try to find the best balance that you can. So after you get a good alignment here in the hands, a lot of it goes up into your chest and your abdominals. Number 9, we're gonna go to our last kettlebell exercise, and that'll be a one-arm swing. It's your heavy one on each side. So get to your swing ready position. When you're swinging a heavy kettlebell, it may not lift off your hips too much, and you're dealing more with the weight of that back swing. So your alignment may change a little bit. Always make sure we keep this off the back. We keep it on the legs, keep it on the grip when it's heavy, and always keep breathing. So we'll do that each side. We'll hit a round of jump rope at the end for 1 minute, and then we'll go back through these. So let's get our mobility warm up going, and we'll get our workout. Okay, let's warm our body up by setting feet underneath the hips. You're gonna look up and you're gonna look down the furthest range of motion you can go. Breathe in through your nose and out through your lips. Make sure you breathe well this entire time. Side to side. And jaw blade tilt. And forward glides. Head circles. Switch direction. Shoulder rolls. Switch direction. Switch head alternation. Switch, keep alternating. Thoracic lifts. And glides. Arm swings. Alternating cross. Palms on the ceiling, shoulder screws. Spinal twists. Lateral bending. And hips and low back, hip swings forward reverse. And hip hiking. Hip circles. And switch your direction with your hip circle. Hinges and back bending. Full squats. Pry those hips outward. Pry the knees outward. Pry the hips open. And Cossacks. Hip flexor stretch. Hamstring front leg. Other side. Hamstring front leg. And quad stretch. And hit a knee extension. All right, let's work out. All right, we're gonna start with a yaw press. It's best to get your weaker or non-dominant side out of the way first. 30 seconds each side, ready, and begin. Last one. And time, other side with it. Ready, set, begin. Last one. And time. Next exercise is a low plank with alternating knee outs. Ready. And begin. Time. All right, on to the heavy kettlebell. We're gonna do cleans on each side, 30 seconds each side. Ready, set, begin. And time, switch sides. Ready, set, begin. time. Now we move on back to the lighter kettlebell for weight transfer. Knee up side is the side that you're gonna have the bell on. Ready, and begin. And time. Switch sides with it. Other side, ready, and begin. And time. From there we go to our hollow hold. Make sure that the low back stays out of this and we focus on good breathing. Make these feel good and easy. Ready, set, and begin. Time. Heavy kettlebell and suitcase squats, 30 seconds each side. Ready, set, begin. Switch sides. Other side, ready, set, begin. Time. And back to our lighter kettlebell for over and ups. So make sure we're getting a good crush grip with these. Keep the knees bent. This will be the top of the sit up. Make sure we keep that kettlebell low, hopefully, preferably below the knee, the height of the knees. Ready, and begin. One more, last one. Time. From there we go to the crow hold. So hands are right under shoulders. Place your knees on your triceps right above your elbows and just balance and hold the best that you can. Ready? Begin. All right, the last kettlebell exercise we're gonna do, one arm swing with your heavier bell, 30 seconds each side. Ready, set, begin. Time. Switching sides. Ready, set, and begin. Time. All right, last one of the round. Jump rope for 1 minute. Ready, and begin. And time. So that's a round. Go back to the description. Hit the time stamped workout. Repeat these 3 to 4 more times.